Good morning, bros. I woke up this morning wondering, thinking about the pro-mortalism movement and pro-life. No, it's not pro-life. They're anti-pro-life. Pro-mortalism, bro. Allegedly, that guy, the bomber, the Unabomber, the bomber of Palm Springs that blew himself up for the purpose of no purpose because there is no purpose, blew himself up. I don't know if that was really the guy, though. Was that really the guy? Anybody else look into him yet? Again? What say his name was? My phone's about to die. Let's see. Well, not this phone, the other phone. The phone. The pointless phone. I feel like that pro-mortalism shit, bro. They're either like the ultimate empath, people that say they're beyond what normal people feel because they feel everything, so they can feel suffering around them, you know, at another unique, elevated level than anybody else. They're either like the ultimate empath or the ultimate incel. They're like the next level of incelism, right? Because incel it's involuntary celibate. I guess pro-mortalism would be voluntary celibate. Would it be voluntary? Or they're involuntary disguising as voluntary. Because because disguising yourself as voluntary protects yourself from being truly out there as involuntary. Disguising yourself as you can get it when you can't really get it gives the appearance. I don't know. To me, it's like some type of weed heads that got together. Somebody that's been smoking too much weed and never got outside of the house. And has been sitting there with his buddies smoking and drinking, and the young teenagers, kids that came up with the idea of, well, what's the point of it all, man? Like, we're all just molecules and we're all just gonna die, bro. And why not just stop the suffering? Or maybe it's just a mental illness. Maybe they just need to have a category for these people. Since they like to categorize themselves so much, right? Because everything's a label and a category that makes them feel unique and above everybody else. Because if you watched that stream last night with this guy, everything was some type of category. He's a vegan. He's an anti-poor mortal or whatever. He's also there's a couple of names. All these weird labels and stuff that he has. It's like a badge of honor for these people. They think because they can't stand out in their life on their own. They don't have anything unique about them. And so to be unique, they have to come up with all these names and titles, make up all kinds of shit that nobody gives a shit about. And then they talk about their purpose and their messaging, and that I'm going to have to be a martyr and blow myself up. So everybody knows the message. The message of what? That you believe there's no purpose to life. And so why do you have to push that on everybody else? Literally on display and blowing yourself up. At least he didn't kill anybody. He almost could have killed some people. And I guess his purpose was to destroy these embryos, to blow this shit up. So, oh, somebody made a really good post. I don't know if I have enough battery life on the other phone to read this shit. This would go purpose, perfect, but purpose fits the purpose of this live. Perfect. Um, let's see if I can find that post. I think I'm marking. Somebody had such a good post. Here we go. I have 2% on the Apple. Let's see if the Apple holds up. Scroll 33D code Palm Springs Fertility Clinic. This isn't just about a bombing. This is about a war over creation itself. Fertility clinics are not neutral sites. Many are active hubs of DNA harvesting, artificial selection, frequency manipulation, and cosmic interference with soul streaming process. The public sees science and hope. The deeper reality, these clinics are often gateways of inversion. Here's what the dark grid has been doing with fertility tech, harvesting ova and sperm from high-frequency bloodlines to reroute Christed genetic codes into controlled matrix vessels, separating conception and sacred union, thus disrupting divine masculine, feminine co-creation, fracturing the field before life even enters the body, embedding synthetic frequency tags into embryos, affecting soul choice. I'm not making this shit up. I lost myself in the. I was in the mood right there. Using failed embryos for hidden research into designer DNA, black projects, and dimensional hybridization. Not all fertility clinics are involved, but Palm Springs is a known ley line inversion zone. The desert hides more than it reveals. Okay, I don't know. I guess you could look at it like that. Good morning, guys. I was thinking about this guy, man, because you know what? It seems like some of these people are just truly lost. And I think they're also egotistical. Maybe even narcissistic in a way. I hate saying that word narcissistic, I guess, because it's so used so often. It's like an anxiety. I have an anxiety now. Everybody got an anxiety. Everybody's anxious and shit. You know? Everybody got ADD, so they give that shit to everybody. I mean, I know I do, but I don't like the medication, so I don't take it. But these guys think they got it all figured out by 20 years old. 25 years old, they think they know and understand life. I really didn't have my life together, I think maybe until, or really where I wanted to be, somewhere where I wanted to be, till like maybe 10 years ago, I think. And I'm still figuring this shit out and adjusting and whatever. Oh God, I just sat on some water. What's the point of it all? And if the thought is, what's the point of it all, and what's the point of you spreading your message, if it all means nothing? But imagine one of those people being a world leader, like a pro-mortalist. Like imagine one of those people. Maybe that was Hitler, pro-mortalist. But Hitler, I think he wanted just his own race to purify or protect them or something. Pro-mortalist, man. That's a big red flag, man. If your kid starts coming up with this shit or researching this shit, you need to get them some help. Start, get them some, and I wonder too, like some of these catastrophes in the past, is it with these pro-mortalist people? What if your pilot's a pro-mortalist? What's gonna happen when you're on the flight? That needs to be a big prerequisite, something that people look into now. I didn't even know that shit existed. Imagine your pilot's a pro-mortalist and you're flying in the air with this guy. Did you get it? That's some crazy shit, man. Oh man, bro. I mean, we're all just like molecules and stuff, bro. And the consciousness and sentient beings, like, and we're just causing all this suffering, and so why even don't eat meat, and but you're covered. Okay, so let's say you're vegan, right? Because these people are the ultimate vegans too, and I think I upset some of the vegans last night. If you want to be vegan, be vegan. I joke around a lot, but some of them are very agitated. Some of them got some issues too beyond veganism, and but you're causing suffering to the plants too. You're causing pain to the plants. Those things are alive too. You don't feel sad for that? Why are you eating plants? Well, I guess it's causing less harm, right? I guess okay, less harm. But there's bad side to plants too. I forgot what they said. Is smoking weed vegan? Isn't there bad side effects to what happens with these plants? I forgot what it was. There's some stuff too with the plants that causes damage. If you're gonna have that ultimate mindset, I guess this is why people just figured out why live. I guess because for them, this stepping outside of the house is causing harm. Breathing in air and breathing out carbon dioxide is causing harm. Getting in your car, the carbon emissions is causing harm. For them, literally having sex is causing harm. That's literally what the dude said. You can't even have sex. You can't reproduce. That's causing harm. And the reason I said they're the ultimate empath, because that guy was saying that, like, he feels everybody's suffering and pain. And that's the reason why he's doing this. Isn't that crazy? That's the reason he's doing this shit. Gotta be a virgin, for one. For what, off the rip, gotta be a virgin. Off top. But the thing with that is, let's say he had sex, or if he did have sex, the problem is then he'll never leave the chick. He'll be obsessed. He'll kill the chick. If the chick goes to leave him, he'll kill it. Just like that chick, his friend that supposedly hurt herself and unalived herself, and he said that was his breaking point. Those are the type of guys too. They get married, the woman wants to leave or some shit. He kills the family, the kids, everybody, and then he kills himself. Well, Kitty, that pro-mortalism stuff, apparently that's what it is, kind of. They feel. So I forgot. There's another level too. There's a level before that. Anti-natalist or natalist or something. What's the natalist shit? The natalist thing, I forgot. There's a level before that. Let me see if this thing still works before it dies. Explain to me what's a natalist.
Sure. An anti-natalist is someone who believes that bringing new people into existence is morally wrong or ethically problematic. They argue that life inevitably involves suffering, and by choosing not to have children, they prevent that potential suffering. It's a philosophical position that often critiques the ethics of procreation due to concerns about the quality of life, environmental impact, and
And in that sense, with these natalist people, the pro-mortalist people, if humans are causing all that harm and suffering, which they are, and animals are doing it too, right? Animals are doing it too. What's wrong with you eating an animal then? When you eat meat or whatever, you're just ending suffering, aren't you? Just like you ended yourself. So what's the problem with you consuming meat because you're saying you're trying to do less harm, but the animals are harming themselves, and it seems like you would have had no problem hurting somebody either, or to get your message across because your intention is for other people to hurt themselves too. That's truly your goal. Your goal, you say your goal is you don't want life to exist, and you want to end your life and your life for not to exist. But at the same time, your message is to cause harm as well to others and your family members when you do that to yourself. So what kind of pro-mortalist are you really? All you're doing is adding to that pain and suffering. You're not no fucking pro-mortalist. This dumb shit you high motherfuckers came up with. Come on, boys. Come here. Come on. You got your leashes on. Them boys snuck out of here. Come on. Bunch of young weed heads. Somebody's gonna slap the shit out of them. Come on. Inside. Inside. We gotta get your leash on. What's wrong with these kids, man? And then when I saw this guy had a bunch of YouTube pages, this guy had a bunch of YouTube pages. I mean, not him, but there's a whole YouTube community. I thought YouTube was anti-violence, anti-this, anti-that. They're constantly demonetizing my videos and shit. But you got a whole community of people that want to hurt themselves and promoting it. Fuck, maybe YouTube didn't even know about that. Promoting it, probably monetized. How does that make any sense? You can't even mention the word on YouTube, but you have communities of these motherfuckers encouraging people to hurt themselves and that they're going to hurt themselves as well. And pushing this ideology of what's the point of life. But meanwhile, you can't even say the word on YouTube. These people are up your ass. I love YouTube though, but it's probably one of the best platforms, I think. But anyway, I guess that's my pro-mortalism. Let me put these guys on a leash. My pro-mortalism rant, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand it, but maybe it's just a mental health thing at the end of the day. Or a phase. Mental health, or maybe it's a phase that these kids are going through. Somebody should have taken him out on a trip. Come here, Ricky. Come here. Come here. Ricky, come on. Maybe they needed a friend or a hug. But there should be some people looking into this some experts, whatever so-called experts, quote unquote, look into this and diagnose this. And I'm not saying the answer is just give them a bunch of pills, but to look into the underlying cause of this. Maybe these are just people that are suicidal or something. Maybe, I don't know if that's what it seems like. What it is. But at the core of it too, you know what I was thinking last night when I was listening to this guy. It was so draining. That's how you gotta really be careful who you surround yourself with, because people like that literally suck the life out of you, bro. I listened to that shit last night, and it was depressing. My mood shifted. It sucked the life out of me. And what I thought when I was listening to that guy was like a prepubescent brain, like the brain of a child, or the brain of like a young teenager, and like in middle school or high school, that everything is the end of the world for them. The relationship ends. Why? No, what's the point? That's what I got from this guy. And also egotistical, as if he knows everything and he has life figured out at 25. That he knows the purpose of life, what's the meaning and everything. He has it all figured out. Almost like some cult shit. Because not only do I believe that, but then I have to push it on everybody else and I have to put it on full display. I was banned from TikTok, or really for speaking and sharing news. I've been banned. I tried different ways, but they won't let me. Really? I uh I have a TikTok, but I every time I live stream, I get banned on there. I get like restricted. I streamed there yesterday. My account got restricted again. I think I can still live stream, but yeah, on TikTok you can't even say anything. And the ironic thing, the guy that if this is really the guy and it's not a troll, because I don't know. Um, that guy was complaining about censorship too. The ironic thing. So it's a sad thing. Again, I'm glad he didn't hurt nobody, but it's also a little shocking to see that there is people out there that believe this, you know. And so I think people should be just more aware, especially if you have, you never know. Maybe these kids, teenagers, lock themselves in a room for whatever reason. You think it's a phase, but you don't know they're going down this rabbit hole of the internet. And maybe part of this is because of the internet. Maybe part of this is because of social media and these rabbit holes. I didn't have this shit when I was growing up. At some point, we got AOL dial-up. We got some dial-up shit and these really old computers. And yeah, we did have access to the internet at some point, but it's not like it was or is now. It's not like it is now. Now it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Back then, I had some AOL, played in the chat room, like messed around with people and had fun, and do a little gaming, StarCraft. Now it's like a whole different ball game, like these kids are in, and the amount of information and indoctrination and all this shit. I don't let my daughter get on TikTok. She asked me a long time ago because her friend in school has TikTok. And TikTok sort of restricted me. TikTok, to me, when you open that shit, a lot of the times it's about sex. To be honest with you, it's some type of sexual stuff. It's women, putting their stuff out there. I mean, I get it. They're doing what they do, want to get attention, but it's a sexual platform. Meanwhile, you can't have any kind of adult conversation or any kind of. All you're allowed to do is flash tits and show ass and promote your OnlyFans. That's not all it's about, but. And they're pushing all kinds of stuff on there. I mean, I don't know. I guess you just have to talk with your kids. Exactly, prepubescent. He woke up 12 aroused and was freaked out. Ashley. Ashley, what kind of TikTok are you on? I'm telling you, man, because I don't know. That's what I see on there. I don't go on there looking for it because A lot of the times I look in the live area, and that's what's there. The lives. I challenge you to go look at the live section of TikTok and tell me what you see. You guys in for a nice walk today. So I guess we'll see about this pro-mortalist guy. If more comes out, maybe they'll be put on the FBI list. That category of people. I don't know. Terrorist list. Let me see something. What is a pro-mortalist? Hello? Oh, she ain't even talking to me now. What is a pro-mortalist?
A pro-mortalist is someone who believes that dying sooner rather than later is preferable. They argue that life is filled with suffering or that continued existence brings more harm than good. So ending life earlier can minimize suffering or negative experiences.
Damn, bro. That's like the ultimate, like... That's like the ultimate... I'm trying to, like, think of the word to look for. Life is pain, so I shouldn't exist. Life is suffering, and so to end everybody else's, I'm gonna end my life type of shit. That's the ultimate, like, I don't even know the word for that, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, I could see how somebody, the older I get, the more I realize my mortality. I've been saying that, and it's just time flies, and then who knows what happens at the end? People have faith, people have religion. Do we go somewhere? Does our consciousness go somewhere? DMT releases when we die from our brain. Some people believe that's our spirit, the soul leaving the body. I don't know what happens, and yeah, that's scary. What happens? And I could sit here and think about it all day, and I've thought about it before. But then at the end, who knows? Do you feel anything? Do you know anything? Do you know what's going on? Do you just feel nothing? Is it all just over? Those I guess people have all those kinds of questions. And some people, religion gives them comfort. I pray. I like to pray. I prayed last night. I don't know what's going to happen, though. But we're here right now. You got to make the most of it. Whatever that is. And there's people, man, that lost arms, that lost legs, that are blind, that are deaf, that make the most of it and don't do this pro-mortalist shit. You know what I'm saying? For you to have your arms and your legs is a blessing. For you to be able to get up and walk, to have the beautiful weather, the trees, just to be alive every day is a blessing. And then you have some of these people, this guy that's just sitting around. I don't know if he's smoking weed. I'm not trying to say weed is bad. Some people, weed is fine. I'm not saying it's not for everybody. But the thought that came to my head, one of the other thoughts was like, damn, this kid's just been sitting around smoking too much weed. Like, bro, put it down and get out of your head. And he felt like that in that moment, or maybe he's felt it. Come on, weed. I know you smoke weed. He felt like that in that moment. But man, things change so much from year to year. That's what I noticed. Sometimes so many things happen and change for the better. Or sometimes you think is bad is actually good. Like something that happened bad and it leads down to the path of something good. Losing a job, you think it's the worst thing. And it turns out, wow, this shit was actually a blessing. Thank God I lost that job. Oh my God, I was miserable. Now I got this better job. What the fuck? What was I thinking? Thank God that happened. What the hell? Diddy? What the fuck? Diddy, what do you think about the promotalism movement? Even Diddy has more, that's crazy. Even Diddy has more, is more positive, optimistic in his life than these pro-mortalist people. Wow. These pro-mortalist people, you got to look it up. Apparently, this bomber that blew himself up and maybe try to take out a clinic. I think that was his purpose. I think his purpose was to destroy the embryos inside that clinic, maybe even hurt somebody. Because he even mentioned mass shooters. A lot of these mass shooters, if he was like, if you allowed them to hurt themselves, then this wouldn't be happening. It was like some type of study. Not that I would want anybody to do that to hurt themselves, but newsflash, they can still hurt themselves. Who's gonna stop you? Who's stopping you from blowing this shit up, blowing yourself up? I think that's just an excuse. You know, I don't know. Maybe those mass shooters had the same mentality you did, where you're gonna because there's no purpose to life, according to you. There's no purpose to life, and everybody's causing suffering because we're breathing, we're eating animals, we're doing this, we're doing that. All we do is cause pain and suffering, and so to end that suffering and pain that everybody feels, end your life sooner, according to you, right? So these mass shooters, maybe they're thinking the same thing, and so they're going off killing people because they think they're ending people's suffering. And these are the same people that are very like, oh, we're vegan, my body, my choice, all this shit. But then you're going off making decisions for them. The same my body, my choice people, if you have a different political belief, they attack you, they get violent. They come in and call your job, try to get you fired, all this shit. These are the same people. It makes no sense to me. And my body, my choice people blowing themselves up and maybe potentially killing people. It's fucking crazy. Come here. Come on. Come on, guys. Well, I guess that was my little rant for this morning, the pro-moralist. We'll see what today brings. I think today we're gonna have some updates because we gotta think. We still have the inmates. Somehow we forgot about the inmates because all this crazy shit that happened. 10 inmates escaped New Orleans prison. 10 inmates. How much? 3 were caught, I think. 3 were caught. 7 on the loose. Murderers, on the loose. One was like a mass shooter, I guess classified as a mass shooter. Then we had that boat full of Mexicans. The Mexican pirate ship that crashed into a bridge last night. What the hell was that? Who would have picked that in 2025, right? In their bingo card. And apparently, they're saying that boat lost power. And I guess it just reversed into the bridge. DJ Khaled! Another one. If I grew my hair out, maybe, like, in the beard, maybe, yeah. I probably could pull it off. We had the Mexican boat crash. We had, there was something else. What else happened yesterday? I thought I was going to be chilling this weekend. Live stream boat, Mexicans. Oh, the tornadoes that killed 20-something people. The crazy tornadoes. Oh, my God. And, of course, we got Diddy. We got the NFL player that was busted. Shit. Damn. You wonder if Khaled's involved with Diddy? I don't know, man. I think there was a lot of people at those Diddy parties. You know what they were saying? They were saying there's some Diddy protesters that are pro-Diddy that are being paid $20 an hour. Did you hear about that? Let me see. My phone, my Apple has 1%. Let's see if I can play that before it dies. The Diddy protesters, man. I might not be able to get to it. Oh, this guy's such a rip. Ben Stiller. I used to like that guy. I don't have it. There you go.
So these are all paid protesters. You can get $20 an hour if you wear a t-shirt. You guys speak up. She just got recruited, right? I refuse. You said no. No. It wasn't worth the 20? No, but like he told me that it's for a Diddy coin, so I'm not really sure what that is. Yeah, they just tried to pay me $20 to wear a free fucking shirt. Stop. I knew, I could tell, because the lady right there, she just kept convincing me to go wear a shirt, and I'm like, I'm good. So that's just $20, and if you guys if you need $20, all you have to do is wear a free puff shirt. They just stand out here. And you said no. Yeah, I said no. Did they say how many hours? $20 an hour. And she told me she got paid like $60 yesterday for standing out there in 3 hours. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's crazy. What's this? Crikey. Crikey. Three. Was she gonna pass out? Oh, she passed out. Oh shit. Dang. Oh, battery died. So if a plane was crashing, she'd pass out before the plane crashed. That might be a good thing, I guess. Kanye West. My phone passed out too, right? Oh man, the weather's really nice today. I think I should do some gardening. I want to do a little gardening today in the morning before things pick up. I need to make some trimmings. I need to do some, what do they call that? Oh shit, they got quads? Come on, Ricky. Oh, they got quads. Ah, nice. Oh, that's not quads. That's like that 3 tricycle motorcycle. How you doing? Pruning, yeah, pruning. Thanks. And do some pruning. I think that's gonna help the plant out a lot. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out of here. I will catch you later. Thanks for listening. Thank you for hanging out. Florida, yeah, Florida. I'll see you guys later. We'll see what happens. All right. Bye. Be safe. Pro-mortalist. Mortalism.